This Halloween episode from the ChalkZone was one of the scrapped videos from last year, and for this year, I'm reviving it. And after watching this episode from beginning to end, when it comes to the chalk formula that this show is well known for, I seriously need to give this show a chance, because the creativity from this and the Christmas episode is so through the roof that it's just impossible to overlook. Granted, I can't keep that promise all the time when it comes to other cartoons, but at the same time, when the chance of me binge watching the show slowly but surely is still inevitable regardless. The plot of this episode is that Ruby made a jack-o'-lantern that he wants to surpass Reggie in the jack-o'-lantern contest at school, and after taking a shortcut in the ChalkZone, Snap accidentally takes Ruby to a Halloween concert performed by Jacko, and Jacko saw Ruby's jack-o'-lantern and he falls in love with it to the point he wants to marry it. Ruby needs to get jack-o'-lantern back in order to head to school on time before it's too late. With this episode being 11 minutes long rather than 22 minutes, it made me feel like that these types of material towards the ChalkZone are mainly in a direction where they just didn't want it to stretch out the episode longer than it need to be, and in occasions when it comes to holiday episodes, it's surprising that a Halloween episode like this ended up being 11 minutes rather than 22 minutes. They had time to put in a song from Jacko and the band, and when it comes to the second half where Ruby needs to get his project before it gets married by Jacko, if it ended up becoming much more longer than it needed to be, then it would have been a lot more awkward to have an episode dedicating to Jacko and Ruby's project getting into a relationship, despite the fact that Ruby's project isn't alive. Snap told Ruby that Halloween monsters only appear in Halloween where they take over, which could apply to other characters in the ChalkZone for one day when it comes to a holiday. So if this episode ended up becoming longer, then it wouldn't make anything any special. Like, Christmas was obviously a lot more special since it's longer than this episode, and probably one of the only ChalkZone episodes that goes 22 minutes. They would have made Jacko have more of a war when it comes to him marrying Ruby's project, but at the same time, after Halloween, he's either disappeared or gone like the other Halloween creatures. With bits and pieces of Ruby trying to get his project is, for the most part, creative, and you might make the argument that with this episode possibly being longer, they will have executed with Ruby trying to sneak into one of the rooms, but at the same time, I really feel like that it's not really for the best when it comes to the one time of this episode in comparison to the Christmas episode. We end up getting a chase with Jacko chasing Ruby, his project, and Snap, which for the most part, it's entertaining, even if it may be short, and with the detail when it comes to the Halloween creatures / monsters only appearing during Halloween. Halloween doesn't happen during daylight, well, aside from the real world's Halloween, until the very end. Well, the creatures disappear, and even though that Jacko doesn't disappear, it kind of sums up the nature that he only appears but not anywhere outside of the place that he performs with his band. If this really happens in other episodes, then it's probably a formula for a creature / anyone that they can't be able to do anything outside of the environment that they're in. Again, when it comes to the lore, I'm not really an expert with only watching 2 episodes and with less knowledge of it when it comes to my childhood, but still, I am somewhat looking forward to watching this if I get the chance, and hopefully for real, because I'm pretty sure I said that in my Christmas review nearly 2 years ago, but the unexpected could happen, and the unexpected is me watching this show for real. This episode isn't one of the best when it comes to the other Halloween / horror episodes that I went through when it comes to this schedule and last year's schedule. I have to admit that the creativity is still there, and it's just difficult to overlook it. Even though it's gonna take a while for me to watch this show from beginning to end in a slow process way in the future, at the very least, it will still get me invested in any other capacity in the same ways as other cartoons that got me invested. Believe me, it may not happen with every single cartoon, but still, this is literally in the middle of my list of watching it, and it's a possibility it will happen. I'm giving the Halloween episode, Pumpkin Love, a 7.75 out of 10.